maybe here on Saturday. It is pouring down rain as the Wildcat offense, which hasn't been able to get anything going, has got to get going here. They only have maybe 2 first downs. I think 2 total first downs in the entire ball game. 13-3 is our score. Wildcats with the ball off their own 27-yard line. Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback. Low snap. Runs the ball himself. He's at the 30. He's at the 35, up close to a first down at around the 40-yard line. 7 minutes and 17 seconds to play in the third quarter. Wildcats have a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down.
Yeah, David, that's been the best play so far for the Wildcats as Mitchell Gibbons faking to Kendall Jackson, drawing a little bit of a mixed direction there and allowing Mitchell to run, which he can do very well.
Rain is just pelting on the windows here as the Wildcats have it first down, 10 yards to go, 7 minutes to play, third quarter action. Here comes Kendall Jackson, no place to go. Kendall cannot get it going. They just are keying on him everywhere he goes. And the Wildcats have had a lot of negative plays, and they just can't afford to have negative plays. It is going to be a loss of a yard on the play. They're already down 10, 6:40 and counting in the third quarter from a driving rainstorm at Blankenship Field. It's hard to see the action on the field. It might be one of the hardest rainstorms I've ever seen here at Blankenship Field as the Wildcats try to get the play in from the sideline. I don't even know if they can see the sideline, to be honest with you. Second down, 12 yards to go. Mitchell Gibbons at quarterback for the Wildcats. Mitchell's going to pass across the way. Jonathan Stewart. This time he makes the catch. Spinning catch for a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down inside the Indian territory, all the way down to the 41-yard line. First and 10 Oak Ridge.
Really nice job there by Jonathan Stewart, just getting open down the sideline as he is able to make the catch that they've been trying to go to all night long.
6 minutes, 3 seconds to play here. First down, 10 yards to go. The Wildcats down 13-3. Ball's resting at the Dobyns-Bennett 41-yard line. Deepest penetration for the Wildcats here as the quarterback will hand it to Kendall, and Kendall moves the ball forward for a gain of about 4 yards. Kendall Jackson on the carry, 5 minutes, 43 seconds to play and counting. It'll be a gain on the play, a short gain for Kendall, gain of 2. Second down, 8 yards to go. Rain kind of slacking off just a little bit, James.
Just enough, and this is what was most impressive about that catch from Jonathan Stewart was it was in the worst conditions. So he is catching the ball, and a really well-thrown ball there by Mitchell Gibbons as well.
5:19 and counting. The play clock is down to 15. The Wildcats down 13-3. Kendall behind quarterback Mitchell Gibbons will fire a pass once again. The pass was beautifully thrown, but play is stopped before it ever gets started here. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be illegal procedure against Oak Ridge. So whatever Oak Ridge is doing, they've done it a lot here in this ball game. They didn't do it at all. I guess the officiating crew seeing something that the Knoxville crew didn't see a week ago. It'll be a loss on the play on the penalty yardage of 5 yards, bringing up second down and 11 yards to go. 5:06 to play, 13-3. The Wildcats inside Indian territory for the first time. As the rain beginning to slack off here. Second down, 11 yards to go. Kendall Jackson, Taylor in the backfield. Receivers left and right. Preston Turner, single coverage, rolls to his right, looks to throw, fires it to Preston, who dives for it. Pass is incomplete. Just couldn't really get anything on the throw as he rolled out to his right side. Preston tried to dive to make the catch, couldn't quite catch up to it.
Yeah, Preston on a little bit of a comeback route there, trying to sell the inside route and then go back toward the sideline. Really nice play, just a one receiver route to that side as Dobyns-Bennett was in off coverage, which was a perfect route for that, just not able to get enough on that pass.
Ball's at the Dobyns-Bennett 42-yard line. It's third down, 11 yards to go. Really impressed what Dobyns-Bennett has done to slow down Kendall Jackson in this one.
Yeah, David, they really committed to stopping everything up the middle and even pursuing when he's running outside.
Third down, 11 yards to go. Mitchell runs into his quarterback, gives it off to Kendall. Kendall breaks a tackle, spins the ball forward, and has close to first down yardage as he brings the ball up close to the sticks. And indeed, as they put the stretch, it's going to be fourth down. No, it's going to be 1st and 10. Wildcats, a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down all the way down to the 29-yard line.
Yeah, David, maybe we need to try to get him motivated a little bit more, because as soon as we said that about him, he got going, and it was a really nice run. Kind of a little bit of an issue there with the handoff, but once Kendall got out into open space, he was able to use his speed and get upfield.
The good news is the rain has kind of slacked off a bit. 1st and 10, ball officially at the 30. Here's a pass, right side, Jonathan Stewart spins, goes up for the catch, can't quite make it at the pylon. It'll be incomplete. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. 4:06 to play, 3rd quarter. It's been all Kingsport. 13-3 is our score, but the Wildcats with their most impressive drive.
Yeah, David, and the only other one that's a little bit more impressive was the one where Mitchell had that really nice run down inside the 10. Clearly, the Wildcats think that they have a matchup with Jonathan Stewart on, I think it's Trent Cody for the Dobyns-Bennett Indians. So if they can complete that pass, that could be huge for the Wildcats the rest of the game.
There's an illegal procedure call against the Wildcats. I think it was declined, or they actually did mark it off. 2nd down, 15 yards to go. 4:06 to play here in the 3rd quarter in a 13-3 ball game. I don't think the referee's still signaling out there. 2nd down, 15 yards to go. The ball's at the 35-yard line. Wildcats have had way too many procedural calls. Kendall Jackson, the lone running back for Mitchell Gibbons. Handoff goes to Kendall. Kendall moves the ball forward for a gain of about 5 yards or so. Oak Ridge student section having a good time as he moves the ball forward. It's going to be 3rd and long facing the Wildcats. Gain of 5 on the previous play. It'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go.
Yeah, it's a really nice play there. It's something that Dobyns-Bennett has done throughout the night. It's Mitchell tried his right and handed off to Kendall in the process. So, again, a little bit of a misdirection there from the Wildcats.
Ball's resting at the 30-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It's officially 2nd down, 10 yards to go as Mitchell stumbles and falls. Kind of got tripped up either by one of his linemen. And, that should be right there a personal foul against the Indian lineman. He just kind of taunted Mitchell Gibbons there. They didn't call anything. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play, bringing up 3rd down and 14 yards to go. 3:12 to play, 3rd quarter here at Blankenship Field. Rain-soaked Blankenship Field as the Wildcats need 14. I think they're in 4-down territory, James.
Yeah, being down 2 scores, you definitely got to go for it if you're really close, maybe within 5 yards.
Got to give Mitchell some protection here. Mitchell has the snap, fires a quick pass. It's going to be batted down. Good coverage by Dobyns-Bennett. It'll be 4th down and 14 yards to go. Good coverage by DB.
Really good slant there, run by, I believe it was Preston Turner on that side, and just not able to complete the pass. A little bit high there, but I think he saw the defensive back there that was covering Preston and decided to try to put it only where Preston could get to it.
Play is stopped on the incompletion. 2:50 to play. 3rd quarter. Dobyns-Bennett 13, Oak Ridge 3. The Wildcats going for it on 4th down and officially 14 yards to go at the DB 34-yard line. Mitchell with Jonathan Stewart in motion. Rolls to his right. Flows it. There's the man. Patches there. Oh, he couldn't quite catch up to it. Went spinning and turned the wrong way. That was open. That might have even been a touchdown. They just couldn't make the connection, and Dobyns-Bennett takes over.
Yeah, David, that was a really nice play there by the Wildcats. Again, a misdirection that set up that play. Jonathan Stewart has been he motioned him across the formation, and instead of handing it off to Kendall, probably what Dobyns-Bennett expected, Preston Turner ran a post route. Jonathan just ran straight up the field on a wheel route and was wide open. The closest defender may have been 10 yards away. If he catches that, he walks into the end zone.
Wildcats are back on defense once again. I haven't named Cole Adams at all in this ball game. As the Indian offense is on the field once again. 1st down, 10 yards to go. The rain is nearly stopped here. Whitson's going to hand it off to the back, and he hits to the outside and is tripped up right around a 10-yard gain. He's going to be a little bit shy of that. It'll be for the Indians.
I was just noticing on that play is a really nice play, I believe, by Jackson Adams there, if not Isaiah Boone, who went right at their tackle to open up a big hole. So you need the Wildcat defense to pursue. But he took him, and it looked like the offensive tackle was hurt on that play for Dobyns-Bennett.
Gain of 9 on the play, second down and a yard to go. 2:16 to play, third quarter, 13-3. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge trailing Kingsport. Handoff goes once again up the middle. Once again, good running room. Oh, he faked out the Wildcat defensive back as they move the ball forward across the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett at the 39-yard line. 2:05 to play, gashing the Oak Ridge line.
Yeah, David, and what Tessner does so well is he gets right behind his guard and center and just allows them to do the work, and he doesn't get touched until the second level, the linebackers. Jaden Williams there would have made a really nice, impressive play. He was trying to go for the strip as Tessner was going down.
First down, 10 yards to go. Dobyns-Bennett at the Oak Ridge 38, 1:53 to play, third quarter, 13-3 Indians. Receivers left and right for Dobyns-Bennett, actually a closer, tight formation. Whitson at quarterback, has the snap, nearly fumbles it, hands it off to the back, trying to get wide. They do, and he tippy-toes the sideline and goes out of bounds. He hurdled one of the Wildcats, went out of bounds at around the 30, around the 20, looks like the 26-yard line, where it is close to another first down. It is indeed another first down for Dobyns-Bennett.
Yeah, David, is very something similar to what you mentioned last year. Defensive line for Wildcats gave it as much as they got so far, and now they're getting gashed for yardage as that was just an outside run by Tessner.
It'll be first down and 10 yards to go. The Oak Ridge defense was stellar in the first half. Needs to bow once again here. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the 27. Lots of pressure. Quarterback eludes a sack. Running. Flags are down. We've got a hold against Dobyns-Bennett. Tackle is made at around the 15-yard line. It'll be, I think we're going to have a hold against Kingsport here. Minute 29 to play here in this third quarter. The officials, we've seen a lot of procedural, we've seen a lot of offsides penalties. Official says holding against Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. So that'll help the Wildcats.
Yeah, and one thing that happened on that play is that Whitson's helmet came off, so he's going to have to come out of the game for a play because his helmet came off on that tackle.
Second time that's happened to him, and the last time they just handed it up the middle. We'll see what they do on this play. Penalty yardage stepped way on back. It was in the backfield all the way back to the 40-yard line. A minute 29 to play, third quarter. The rain is just about stopped here, James.
Yeah, and that's real nice for us and for the players as well. Maybe we'll get more fans back into the stands to watch the Wildcats here.
Play is halted once again. We've seen a lot of procedural situations. It'll be for Dobyns-Bennett. First down, 23 yards to go. A minute 21 to play. We're in the third period here. 13-3 is our score. Clock is wound now as Dobyns-Bennett comes to the line, which is the Oak Ridge 40. A lot of the fans have headed to their cars, probably listening to us right now on FM 92.7. First down, 23 yards to go. The Wildcat defense could use a turnover right here. Whitson will hand it to the back. This time the Wildcats are all over him. They'll lose yardage. Loss of 2 on the play. Good defense by Oak Ridge. The Wildcats got in there with some big boys. Ethan Hewitt was one of the guys in there. The Wildcats, it's a loss of 3. Second down, 24.
Ethan Hewitt going both ways there, just to notice for the Wildcat listeners. Wildcats have to be very on their toes about this because Dobyns-Bennett runs a lot of screens, and they might run a screen maybe one to one side and one to the other and let the quarterback pick and choose. So got to be aware, especially in a second and very, very long.
Second, 24, 27 seconds to play third quarter. We had a quick first quarter, but it's kind of dragged since then. Whitson back to pass all day. Now it breaks down. He's in trouble. Sacked. Was able to get the ball forward. Not exactly what you call a sack, but he does go down after a short game. So it'll be third down and long, and that is the final play of the third quarter. We've played 3 quarters of football here at Blankenship Field. Oak Ridge trailing 13-3. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Oh, hey, man. Yeah, here he is.
Hello. I don't know. Just ask Mike. Do we have any stats at all?
for release.
David Clary along with James Branson, along with Christian Rosas Rodriguez, Matthew Charles, Brian Bennett, Lee and Blake Wexler. And I believe I've gotten just about everybody. Alex Myers, Mike Sheehan. Fourth quarter about set here. The Wildcats have to have a stop right here. Third down, 21 yards to go.
Yeah, David, and again, you got to be aware of some type of screen or short pass to try to draw the attention of the Wildcat defense, because you could really use this momentum in this stop right here if you're Oak Ridge.
They definitely have to have it. I believe they don't win the ball game if they don't get a stop right here. Third down, 21 yards to go, and once again, we've got another procedural call against one of the two teams. Next week, the Wildcats will be back here at Blankenship Field. Oak Ridge will take on the Campbell County Cougars, first region ball game of the year. The Wildcats opened last week with 6A Hardin Valley. This week they've got 6A Dobyns-Bennett. Next week we're in our own classification. Not that we can't compete with the big boys, but it'll be a region ball game Friday night.
Yeah, David, and it looks like Dobyns-Bennett is going to be, Oak Ridge. Who's going to be stepping off the penalty? It looks like Oak Ridge. The penalty was on Oak Ridge here, so it shortens up the field a little bit for Dobyns-Bennett. I wouldn't be surprised if Dobyns-Bennett went for it if they don't convert on this third down.
The Wildcats haven't shown the ability to move, and there's still two scores down here. Third down, 21 yards to go, 11:58 to play in the ball game here at Blankenship Field. The quarterback for Dobyns-Bennett is Whitson. The lone running back, tight formation. Whitson's got the snap. In trouble. Screen pass is going to be caught. Nobody in the vicinity. Down the field he goes. Moves the ball forward for a Dobyns-Bennett first down and beyond, all the way inside. No flags are down on the play. The Wildcats have bitten on that several times. They pick up big yardage. First and 10, Kingsport.
Yeah, David, and they're really using, I believe that was Tessner there that just caught the pass right out of the backfield, got behind his lineman. His lineman, very athletic. They're not just big, but they're athletic and able to get down in the field and block. Wildcat defense got to step up here inside your own red zone.
Ball's at officially the 15-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Cole Adams on the stop on the previous play. Here comes once again the Indians to the line. First down, 10 yards to go. 11:26 to play. Man comes in motion. Whitson hands it off to Tessler. He is dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. I mentioned a moment ago they needed a stop. You've got it. For one, they had it second down or third down and 26 yards to go. Then they had a 5-yard penalty. Coach Gaddis is not going to be pleased with all these procedural calls.
No, David, and it seems like it's been both ways procedure-wise, but you have to be very disciplined, especially when you know you have Kingsport backed up and how they can move the football.
Loss of a yard on the play, second down and 11 yards to go. We're down to 10:53 to play in the ball game. 13-3 is our score once again. Whitson at quarterback. The ball's resting at the 16-yard line of Oak Ridge. Here's the pitch left side. Tries to get wide. He does. Moves the ball inside the 10 to the 5 to the 3-yard line to the goal line. Touchdown, Kingsport, Dobyns-Bennett. They've had their way on the left side of the line there. I don't see any flags down on the play. A 16-yard run. They have been able to get to that outside and just take it anytime they wanted to move the ball, and it's another touchdown.
Yes, David, and one thing that caused a little bit of problems there for the Wildcat defense is they sent, I believe it was their slot in motion back behind the quarterback, so it seemed like they were going to Dobyns-Bennett's right, when in reality they just tossed it out, and there weren't many defenders out there to the left of Kingsport.
19-3 is our score. Dobyns-Bennett. Once again, they'll go for two here. 10:40 to play in the ball game here from Blankenship Field. The Wildcats and the Indians, longtime rivalry. Quarterback is free to run, moves the ball to the goal line, but he is going to be denied. So the Wildcats, 16 down here, 2 touchdowns, two-point conversions, and we've got a tie ball game. But the Wildcats have got to move the ball here, James. They just have not been able to move the ball.
Yeah, you got to come up with something in your playbook, maybe something you didn't necessarily want to show this early in the season, but you got to do something to get a little bit of the momentum and get yourself back into the game.
Next week is Oak Ridge and the Campbell County Cougars, as I mentioned. Then the Wildcats are going to go on the road for 4 straight. Good news is, for the Oak Ridge fans, you can come back out of your cars. I believe it's kind of quit raining here, but the scoring is raining down on the Wildcats at this point. This is a good Kingsport team. I think they're going to make us some noise. Of course, they're going to have to always go through Maryville at 6A, especially on the east end of in the state here. But I think they'll make some noise for sure.
Yeah, David, and I haven't seen a lot of Maryville, mainly highlights. They don't, from what I've seen, seem to have as much size as Kingsport so far. And I think Tessner may be one of the best running backs that we might see this year, besides the people or the two guys out at West.
Good news is we had a lot of students here. Gaia Loco for the Oak Ridge High School students. They are a sponsor of our broadcast here on FM 92.7. We appreciate the Fox Insurance Group of Oak Ridge for being our corporate sponsor and all of our sponsors. We ran down those earlier in the game, and we appreciate all of them. We don't get on the air, and hopefully we'll have some more streaming on YouTube with some video, and we'll try to get that rolling next week. 19-3, the Wildcats trailing here. The Wildcats got a 28-yard field goal, and that's it. That's the offense here. The Wildcats had a couple big plays, one long pass play to Jonathan Stewart, one long run by Mitchell Gibbons, but other than that, nothing. Hayward on the return, moves the ball to the 15, to the 20, to the 25, breaks to the outside, cuts to the inside. Probably, and a flag goes down. We might have a block in the back. This one came from way long time, way back. And we'll have to check that. I think if he cuts to the outside, James, that's touchdown.
Yeah, David, and I think he didn't really recognize he should have cut toward the Indian sideline because he had the kicker beat. He didn't have to juke the kicker out. He had the kicker beat to the sideline, and he had an entire half of the field. And Jalen, with all of his speed, very easily could have scored on that play.
Yeah, it's very easy for us to say that, looking down here, but that was a touchdown. He cuts to the outside. That is 6 points. It is a penalty against Kingsport. It's a face mask against them, so it'll be Oak Ridge starting at the 45-yard line. Lots of time on the clock here, but you got to get going. They got to score, and they got to do it quickly. First down, 10 yards to go. 19-3 is the score. The ball's at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. Got to get some offense going. Kendall Jackson really been held down here in this one. Mitchell Gibbons, senior quarterback, two receivers to the right. It's going to pass. Looks, dumps the pass out here. Incomplete. He looked deep, then he looked to the guys split out to the right, and it was either intended for Jaden, Jonathan, or Preston. They were all to his right. None of them went to the ball, and it falls incomplete.
I believe it looked like Jaden was the one that was intended for, and it got thrown toward Preston because Preston and Jonathan Stewart were both looking like they were blocking because the defensive backs for Dobyns-Bennett were really backed up. So sets up a 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
10:28 to play in the ball game. 19-3. Dobyns-Bennett. Jaden comes in motion. And the handoff goes Kendall Jackson. Kendall Jackson busts across the 40 down to the Dobyns-Bennett 35-yard line. A 10-Bank of Oak Ridge run by Kendall Jackson.
It's a really nice play there by Kendall as he's just able to get through. And if he can get through that first initial hit, he can get big yardage. He's demonstrated that he can get 10 yards at a time on 2 occasions so far. So that's something you would like to see continue for Kendall Jackson in the Wildcat offense.
Here come the Wildcats to the line, 10-11 and counting. First down, 10 yards to go. I don't know about this social distancing studio here, James Branson. I might have to think about this a little bit. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 35-yard line. Mitchell, another low snap. Going to go across the way. Passes there. Oh, it's incomplete. Just led his receiver, Preston Turner. That was another touchdown. If he makes that connection, that's another score for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's a really nice move there by Preston. He sold the inside route, which Preston can run the slant and post really well. So he faked that and just cut right outside. Just not able to make a connection there was Mitchell Gibbons. He was under a lot of pressure from the Dobyns-Bennett line.
Second down, 10 yards to go. 9 minutes, 54 seconds to play. Kingsport leads 19-13. This is the 45th meeting between the two schools. Oak Ridge leads the series 22-20. So they're right on our heels here. First down, 10 yards to go. 2nd and 10 at the DB 35-yard line. Little screen pass is going to be caught. Jaden Williams moves the ball to the 25. Needs a block from Preston. He got pummeled. No place to go. Needed some blocking out there, and Jaden just couldn't get to the edge. Gained some positive yardage, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Yes, David, and that's the guy that you want to get the football with all of his speed. You like to see Jaden maybe turn upfield a little bit quicker there, but he just motioned out of the backfield. Nice little catch to get about 4 yards for 3rd and 7 for the Wildcats.
9:22 to play in the ball game. 19-3 the score. Obviously, 4-down territory for the Wildcats. The ball is at the 32-yard line of Kingsport. Mitchell. Shotgun, Jaden comes in motion, has time, goes across the way, passes there, incomplete. Pass interference could go either way, James Branson.
Yeah, David, I think that was Jalen Hayward on that side over there, I believe, as he had a step or two, so it may have been the Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett defensive back that pulled him just enough to try to slow him down.
It is a penalty against Kingsport, so that keeps the drive alive here. 9:06 to play in the ball game. 19-3. The Wildcats trailing. The penalty is 15-yard pass interference. The ball is put down at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, David, and this is an opportunity that the Wildcats have to take advantage of. They were down here early in the first quarter as well. They came away with the field goal. You got to come away, not just with a field goal. You got to have a touchdown here if you want to get back in it.
9:04 to play in the ball game. 19-3 the score. Wildcats have Preston Turner split out to the right. Single man to the far left for the Wildcats. I believe that's Matthew Swigert. Low snap. Wildcats Mitchell Gibbons running. Cuts to the outside 15. Out of bounds he goes at around the 11-yard line. Officially between the 12 and the 11. Stops the clock. 8:58 to play. Wildcats trying to get a rally going here. Mitchell Gibbons, gain of about 6.
Yeah, David, and they really need to score quickly with about 9 minutes left. Nice little read option there by faking the handoff to Kendall. Mitchell just using his legs like he has all night. He probably has close to 70 yards rushing just by himself.
He's the leading ground gainer, I'm sure, for the Wildcats. 8:58 to play. 2nd down, 4 yards to go. The ball at the Dobyns-Bennett 11-yard line. Here comes Mitchell bringing them up once again from the 11. They stack the line. Low snap. Handoff. Kendall Jackson across the 10. Shy of a first down, but he's right at the 9-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and it looks like about 2.5 yards to go.
Yeah, David, it was a really nice play there by Kendall, but the play calling allowed Kendall to get that because they're now concerned about Mitchell and him using his legs to get outside.
8:37 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats have got to get a touchdown here. Preston Turner splits out to the right. Single man to the far left. That's Matthew Swigert once again. Slot man on the left side. And play is halted. And another penalty is going to be stepped off. This one is going to give Oak Ridge a first down. So Wildcats will move the ball. After the 5-yard penalty, it'll be 1st and 10.
Really nice job there, just calling a little bit of a freeze play. So everybody on the line, hold your water. We're going to try to draw them off sides, get a free first down here as the Wildcats are going to be about at the 4-yard line of Dobyns-Bennett.
First down goal to go, 8:20 to play in the ball game. The Wildcats looking for their first touchdown of the night. Mitchell looking over to Brian Wyatt, the offensive coordinator for the Wildcats. The ball's at the Dobyns-Bennett 4. Got to score. Slot man to the left. Handoff goes. Kendall Jackson, not much. Still driving. Might have gotten a yard. It'll be for the Wildcats. 2nd down goal to go at the 3. It's been slow going up the middle.
Yeah, David, and it looks like the Dobyns-Bennett defense is going to blitz everybody and play man coverage on the receivers and just, force Mitchell to make a nice play, force a receiver to make a nice play as everybody was committed to stopping Kendall there.
Unfortunately, we're down to 7:40 to play in the ball game. Wildcats taking a lot of time here, taking a lot of time getting the play in as the Wildcats have it. 2nd down goal to go. They're taking most of the play clock up. We're down to 13 seconds on the play clock. You're down too many scores here. You've got to get up to the line and you got to go. Got to have one ready to go. 2 receivers split to the left. Gibbons back to pass. Preston Turner, pass incomplete. Stops the clock now. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to play in the ball game. 19-3. The score of the Wildcats trailing Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett. You're listening on prepradio.com, Oak Ridge Schools Television, Channel 15. We're also obviously on FM 94.2 or 92.7. Yeah, as the Wildcats have it. 3rd down goal to go at the 3. The inability to get it in on the ground here. The offensive line needs to kind of do some pushing right here. The Wildcats need 6 points. Mitchell Gibbons rolls, has little time, fires it into the end zone. Jaden Williams can't make the wide open catch. He was there, wide open, just couldn't make the catch. It's 4th down and 3. We've had a lot of drops here in this one, James Branson.
Yeah, David, and that was just a really nice and well-designed play there. Jaden was lined up at the slot right behind his tight end, Nick Dallas. Jaden, little rub route between him and Jonathan Stewart. Jonathan Stewart on a slant, Jaden on a corner, trying to hit that back pylon in the end zone. Not able to come up with the reception there.
4th down goal to go at the 3, so this is it right here, James. The Wildcats just not executing the way they did against Hardin Valley. Obviously, Dobyns-Bennett's much better, but still got to execute when you get a chance. Here's a pass. That's a push in the back. There was no flag, and the Wildcats will turn it over on downs. There was pass interference there, but I guess they didn't want to call it there. It was just kind of a mild shove. He wouldn't have scored anyway. He would have been dropped right at the line. So, Wildcats back on defense here, 7:09 to go, and you know these guys on the defensive side of the ball, they're exhausted.
Yeah, one positive to take away from that drive, though, it did take up a little bit of time, so maybe you can get some of your defensive starters a little bit of rest. You have them pinned back deep, so you know that with Tessner having the game that he's going to have and has had all night, maybe you get a run and maybe you force them back, maybe you force a fumble, something like that. Defense has got to score and pick up a good stop here.
7:09 to play in the ball game, 19-3 the score. Dobyns-Bennett operating from their own end zone. Handoff goes to the back, and he squirts forward for a gain of about 4 on the play. 7 minutes and counting in the ball game. So the Wildcats, looking at their first loss, they need a turnover right here. But their inability to get in the end zone on 2 different occasions is very tough, especially when you got a big-time back. You got to credit all the world goes to the Dobyns-Bennett defensive line. They are stout, they're physical, they're aggressive, they're really, really good.
Yeah, especially with Oak Ridge being inside the 10 twice.
6:35 to play, 2nd down, 6 yards to go for Kingsport. The ball is at the 6-yard line of Dobyns-Bennett. Handoff goes to the back, and he moves the ball to the 10-yard line. It'll be 3rd down facing Kingsport, Dobyns-Bennett. 6:20 to play and counting. Kingsport content to use as much time on the clock as they possibly can. They need 3 for a first down. Wildcats have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. Dobyns-Bennett has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. 6:06 and counting, 19-3. Dobyns-Bennett on top. The Wildcats looking at perhaps their 2nd consecutive loss to our friends from Kingsport.
Yeah, David, and it's a hotly contested rivalry, as we talked about, and you love to win this one. It really sets the stage for your season.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. The Wildcats watch Dobyns-Bennett call a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back to Blankenship Field following this 60-second timeout.
He said no interviews, I'm guessing. Yeah, that was really fun.